Well, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone. We have a number of announcements with a number of guests, and we're going to go ahead and get rolling here. And I'd like to begin with Major Protsman and Chief Deputy Everett to come up, and we have an event concerning our prescription drugs and the opportunity to dispose of them properly. So, Major? Mayor?
Good morning. October 26th will be another medication disposal event. The Allen County Sheriff's Department and Lima Police Department have teamed up with the health partners of Western Ohio, the University of Findlay, College of Pharmacy, Chief Supermarkets, Raider Environmental, Allen County Children's Services, Kmart, and Lima Memorial Health Services to once again give the community an opportunity to dispose of medications that are no longer needed. We will be accepting unwanted, unused, and/or outdated prescriptions and over-the-counter medications at 5 different locations. Our central locations will be open from 9 until noon. It'll be located at Allen County Children's Services, which is located at 123 West Spring Street. We'll also have 4 other locations open from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. There will be 2 at Chief Supermarkets, one at 1200 West Northern, another at 890 South Cable Road. We'll have one at LMH Medical Park, 525 Northeast Town Road, and Kmart, 2250 Harding Highway. This will be a drive-up service, so there'll be no reason to get out of your vehicles when you're dropping off your medications. We do request that the medications be kept in their original container or prescription bottles and the name of the patient be blackened out. All medication will be disposed of by law enforcement properly with guidelines set by the Drug Enforcement Administration. And this will give the community a peace of mind knowing that they'll be disposed of and that there won't be any environmental issues. And also that somebody will not obtain the medication that's going to misuse them. As everybody knows that prescription addiction and misuse is a big problem in this country, so this is one way that we're trying to combat that. So, Chief.
I think the Major's pretty well covered it. This has been a continuing effort for the last several years. We've been teaming up to do this, and we've had great success in the past, and I anticipate the same on the 26th.
Like I said, this is, he covered pretty much everything, but Chief Supermarkets is happy to help with this program at the 2 locations in Northland and also at our store on South Cable Road. Okay?
Why don't you stay here for a second?
Okay.
I just want to emphasize, obviously, law enforcement's involved because these are controlled substances, but the fact is that what we've all been doing forever is wrong, meaning we've all been told to take these substances and dump them down the toilet and allow them to go away. And that is not what we must do going forward. We have to dispose of them properly, and this is the way to dispose of them. If folks aren't using the medications, they need to be dropped off so they can be, in effect, incinerated and taken care of in that fashion. If you pour them down the toilet, it goes to the river, and ultimately it has an impact on the environment. So we're very anxious for folks to really come to a new norm here, a sense that this is the way we need to engage on this and make certain that these materials, while legal, need to be disposed of in a way that doesn't harm the river or Lake Erie. I mean, this whole discussion around the quality of our streams and rivers and lakes is very timely, and this is not just a law enforcement issue. This is an environmental issue that we all need to be aware of and act properly. So I kept Chris up here because he, along with representatives of the American Cancer Society, come up, Jessie. Okay. You have to speak from notes.
They will help.
I don't use notes. There is an event coming up that Chris and the Chiefs Markets are conducting with the American Cancer Society that they'd like to share. All yours.
I'm here today to talk about our second annual Drink for Pink event. It's to benefit the American Cancer Society. It's last year we did it. This is our second one, and we had a great turnout last year. We'll be sampling wines and craft beer. We'll also be having hors d'oeuvres and food that ties in with the different wines. So it's a great opportunity if you're not real prevalent with different types of wine, or if you like one certain kind of wine. It's a good opportunity to try some different wines and pair them with some really good food. Sarah Anderson's going to be, she's our chief blogger. She's going to be having food there, and so is Brian Keegan. So it's really a fun event. Last year, everybody that attended had a great time, so we're looking forward to it again, and it's a great tie-in with the American Cancer Society and with Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. In case you haven't heard, on Saturday, October 19th, we will be having our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer event out at the UNOH campus. This is our second year. Right now, we're looking to raise $50,000, and we're going very strong at this point. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our flagship sponsors, which are First Federal, St. Rita's, Clear Channel, and also our local hometown stations, and then our venue host of UNOH. And I'd also like to take the time to thank some of our high schools who have come out to do Crucial Catch programs with us. Lima Senior did one over the weekend, Van Wert, Bath and Elida, Shawnee. So our kids are really getting involved with the American Cancer Society as well. And please come out on Saturday, join us for this event. It's a non-competitive 5K. It starts at 8:30 for registration, 9:30 for the walk, and we're really looking forward to raising some money locally. Last year, we were able to give a grant back to Lima Memorial for $25,000. So we'd like to be able to give that back again this year. So please come out and support us, and thank you for your time.
One last thing, I guess I didn't, the event is tomorrow from 6 to 9, so didn't tell you guys that, so.
Do folks need to buy tickets in advance?
They can buy them in advance or at the door, and it's $25 a person or $40 for a couple.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Thank you. Piggy Hora is here this week, though she missed several occasions in the past when she told me she was going to be here, but I told her I wouldn't tell anybody, so I didn't. Peggy.
It's awful bold for an election year. Picking on me. I'm a voter. Anyway, thank you for allowing me to come. Third time's a charm. As we've been updating folks throughout the year, we have ongoing pipeline infrastructure replacement projects where we're replacing old bare steel gas pipe with new plastic line. We had started a project a few weeks ago. It's a PIR 1001. All of ours have numbers. It's very exciting stuff. Ashton and Metcalf is scheduled to be completed by December the 15th. That project includes 338 services, which means 338 homes that are affected by that. 248 of those 338 were moving meters from inside the home out. And we will be completing as much of the restoration as possible. And, you know, this is a really difficult time of year to do soft restorations. When this October is a great time to see, but when you start finishing projects in December, it gets a little bit hairy. So we do want folks to understand that even though they may see some leveling and they may see some straw in their yard, just because we seed and straw in December does not necessarily mean that we are done. Typically, we'll come back in the spring to redo that soft surface restoration because December we realize is not an optimal time to be doing reseeding. So we don't want folks to say that's it. They come in December and do a little grading and seed and throw some straw down and think that they're done. We're not. We'll be back. So that's going to stand for all these projects because most of them are going to end in December. Project 330, which is Oakland Parkway and Woodlawn, we just started, 230 services. We'll be relocating 195 meters outside. And the reason that we talk about this meter relocation outside is it has impact on that residential customer, because it typically means that we need access to the house a couple times. We need to get in, stub it for the new meter, and then once we set that new meter, we need to get back in and relight appliances. So there is access issues for customers. We come back to the safety discussion. We always talk about the fact that our employees and our contractors have badges that identify them as being a part of the Dominion family, and we ask folks to be cognizant of that and ask for them if need be. The boundaries for the Oakland Parkway Woodlawn are Allentown to the north, Glenwood to the west, Cole to the east, and High Street to the south. It's about 11,000 feet of pipe, and it should be completed by December 20th. I do want to mention that the Ashton and Metcalf project is $1.8 million. The Oakland Parkway and Woodlawn project is a little over $1 million. Then we are moving to PIR 166, which is Ottawa Road, which is State Route 65, from Hook Waltz north to Eversall. That's also under construction. That project is $1.3 million. We will be completed by December 7th. There's only 35 services on that because it's on a high-pressure line, but it's 15,343 feet of 12-inch steel line, which means that's going to create some traffic issues on State Route 65. So again, our caution there, our safety message there is, much like all the construction projects going on in Lima, traffic seems to fly down 65, and we've had to bring in extra traffic control contractors because we're trying to slow folks down around there. And so we just ask people to please be careful when you're driving around any of these construction sites, whether it's ours or anyone else's, that it really is the difference between people getting home either safe or whole at night, or you know, some folks. We've had some tragedies out on some of these construction projects, and we're just trying to ask folks to slow down. PIR 419 is not a Lima project. It is a St. Mary's project, which is Jack Oak Point, and that's a $600,000 project with 8,500 feet of pipe, and that also will be done around December 20th. So we're spending a little money, still going into, and we'll be starting new projects in January. So we'll get these 4 projects done by December. As always, anybody have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us and let us know, and we'll try to address them. Okay?
Denise Barnes is here from Activate Allen County with, I think, the opportunity for folks to engage in a discussion about food deserts in all of Allen County, actually.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So as you probably have heard, we've started the mobile produce mobile. This is our 3rd week, and it's going extremely well. But what we want to do now is reach the outreach to the entire county. So what we want to do, we're partnering with the Transition to Sustainability group, and we used Food Day, which is October 24th. We want to use that whole week to try to find out from the community what they see opportunities for in the area as far as access to healthy food. So Monday, October 21st at 3 p.m., there's going to be our first focus group on food deserts. So we're going to teach people tell you what a food desert is and why it matters to our health, because it actually does impact our health quite significantly. And afterwards, there's going to be a crock pot cooking class. So we're trying to tie everything together is to find out to take the food that we find on the mobile produce, the healthy foods that are out there, and how we can make it. So we've got chefs that are coming in to do that. And then on Tuesday, there's going to be another focus group and crock pot cooking class at the Argonne at 1 o'clock. And we want to do more focus groups out in the community. So if anyone's interested in hosting at your church, at a school, at any organization that you're in, just contact us, and because we really want to find out where you want to see these kind of opportunities. And the other things that we're talking about with the focus group is, what other kind of opportunities that we can work together as far as gardening and other things. Anything else?
David Adams is here to announce another public officials dialogue.
Thank you. For anyone who would like to have the press release Thank you for this opportunity to promote this ongoing and we believe very worthwhile project. It is now in excess of 10 years old and still, I think, thriving. We will have our next quarterly Public Officials Dialogue Lunch a week from today. That will be Wednesday, October 23rd at noon. We finish promptly at 1 o'clock. It will be once again hosted by the Chamber of Commerce and Allen Economic Development Group, 144 South Main Street in Suite 100, which is the conference room on the first floor. Our keynote speaker will be from Activate Allen County. Sherry Mitchell is going to be there to offer a few words about the project and to serve as the dialogue prompt. A question similar to this one is likely to be the prompt. How can we, that is the participants in the dialogue, how can we help make the healthy choice the easy choice here in Allen County? So we invite all public officials, elected, appointed, or self-appointed, to attend. There is a request for a $5 donation to help us cover the cost of the lunch. We will begin promptly at noon and end promptly at 1 o'clock. I think that's all that I need to tell you.
Thank you. And we will be hosting here in Lima an important regional meeting on water. Mike Caprella is here to give us the details concerning this convening of water professionals from the region.
Didn't make me go last today. This is rare. Could I comment on two other speakers before I start? One is the police department and the comments the mayor made about pharmaceuticals in water. You know, you just can't emphasize enough the importance of not dumping them down the toilet, like the mayor said. That was the old way of doing it, and I'll tell you, they found a way back in drinking water supplies. What we don't want and don't need. So, you know, it's very important to dispose of them the proper way, and I congratulate, you know, the departments on doing it the right way, and that's really is going to not only, you know, improve our rivers and streams, but it's going to help your drinking water, and that's important to everyone. Secondly, Denise, on those cooking classes, can I get my wife enrolled crockpot cooking? She needs it really bad, and so if I could, you know, get a list of where, I would like to do that. I'm in trouble now, man. I don't even know. I don't remember what I was going to say now.
That's why I normally put it last.
I just. Shit, I don't let her watch TV, so it's okay. I'm just- keep digging a hole, man. I'm here to announce today that tomorrow we're going to host a meeting in Lima. It's a joint meeting of water and wastewater professionals from around the northwest part of the state of Ohio. We haven't hosted one of these meetings, I think, for about 10 years now. We expect about 200 people here tomorrow for this meeting. So it's a rather large gathering. It's going to be the first time where we've actually put a water and wastewater groups together, you know, in the meeting. The meeting will be held at the American Legion Post here in Lima, and they're going to kick it off with a pancake breakfast in the morning from 8 to 9:30, and the proceeds from that pancake breakfast go to an organization called Water for People. It's an international group that their purpose is to provide sanitation and safe drinking water to some of the third world countries. They've done a lot of great projects with the money they raise. So that pancake breakfast, the proceeds from that, it is pretty much for the attendees, but I suppose anybody can go and make a donation and have some pancakes, but that goes to a good cause. Then the meeting will be from 9:30 to about 2:30. There'll be technical sessions on topics from water and wastewater. And then in the afternoon, after the business meeting, there'll be tours of the water and wastewater plants. So, it'll, you know, we're real happy to host a meeting. We're bringing 200 people, you know, to town for a very nice event, I believe. So, that's it.
Very good. And Brett Roehm is here from the Parks Department for information about the upcoming basketball sign-up. Good morning, Brett.
Good morning. I'm here today to announce that our youth basketball registration forms are currently being distributed to the youth in the Lima City Schools, Air Force Academy, and also Golden Bridge. The registration fee is $30, and it's due in our office no later than Friday, November the 1st. This league has expanded beyond what it has been in the past. In the past, it's been the Lima City school children that participated in a league. We may have 7, 8, 9 teams involved. We've gotten together with area schools, and those schools include Bath, Elida, the Lima Catholic Schools, Perry, Shawnee, Spencerville, Temple Christian, and this year new is Walpock. Last year we had 57 youth basketball teams participate in this league. So you can imagine, all games are on Saturday mornings. You can imagine what a Saturday morning is like. We use the Lima City Schools gymnasiums for this program. Every school hosts games on Saturday morning, so it's a circus, no pun intended, to watch these kids go out and have a blast on the basketball court. They have fun, they're competitive, but this program individually, through the Lima Rec Department, we handle the Lima City School children, the Air Force Academy children, and the Golden Bridge Academy children. They sign up through our office. We distribute them evenly based on talent throughout the league on teams. They all practice in the Lima City School gymnasiums. And we're just so excited to get started. We do limit the teams to 10 players, and of course, playing time is huge when you're a young child. You want to participate. Nobody wants to set the bench. It's time for them to go out and enjoy and learn about the program, or learn about the game of basketball. Also, one of the things that we also are looking for are timekeepers, scorekeepers, and cashiers. These are paid positions, so if you have a high school-aged teenager that will be interested in working on a Saturday morning, this is an opportunity for them. They can contact our office, and we're also looking for licensed OHSAA basketball officials to officiate these games. We just don't put one individual person on the court. We put at least one licensed official. We try to have 2 licensed officials on these games to make sure the kids learn the game the correct way. Obviously, one of the big things that from our aspect is to teach these kids is sportsmanship. It's okay to win, it's okay to lose, but it's great to be a good sport. And that's one of the important things. And then the season begins December the 7th, and it'll end with a 5th and 6th grade boys and a 5th and 6th grade girls tournament, with the championship games being scheduled this year for February 23rd. So again, once December rolls around, if you don't have anything to do on a Saturday morning, find out what city school that we're playing basketball games at, because there'll be 6, 7 basketball games going on in that gym, and the parking lot is full and the stands are full. So come out. If you have children that are interested in getting registered, again, it's $30. The kids do receive a reversible jersey. So come out and support the youth of Lima. And also, if you know any kids that are interested or would be interested in participating, please have them contact our department to get signed up. But the form would be a goldenrod form like this. That, like I said, it's being distributed currently through the Lima City Schools. All right?
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brett. Lastly, although I was waiting on someone else to come, Chuck, why don't you come up? This is Chuck Wolff from Family Promise, and I think he was expecting some of his board to be here. There's a significant occasion that I want to highlight with a proclamation. Chuck, why don't you give us some comments first about what Family Promise is and how you're working in our community.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chuck Wolff. I'm the Executive Director of Family Promise. And what we do is we provide support for homeless families. We help them find employment and find housing. Normally, a family stays about 45 days with us. They start as being homeless. Through working with them, linking them, networking them with resources here in the community, then they became self-sufficient. We just had a family, a woman had 5 children. She was working for Burger King at minimum wage. Now she's a manager, and she's going to be moving into housing on November 1st. So that's what we like to do. We're a transition point, and we appreciate all the community support for what we do. We're the only homeless family center in Allen County, so we're like to thank everyone's support.
Just to kind of punch up what Chuck said, the fact is we have mission for single men, and we also have Samaritan House for single women. The service that Family Promise is focused on is the family unit and the opportunity to actually assist the entire family rather than break them up in order to go into separate facilities. So it's, I think, a much-needed and successful initiative in our community that lots of people are cooperating to support, and I want to offer the following proclamation. Whereas the issue of family homelessness has never been more critical, with homeless families now comprising nearly 40% of the homeless population. 1 out of every 45 American children will experience homelessness this year. Whereas Family Promise, which was founded in Summit, New Jersey in 1988 on the belief that people are compassionate and want to make a difference, Family Promise has grown into a national nonprofit organization, mobilizing communities and existing resources to help homeless families achieve and sustain independence by providing help, hope, and a safe haven as they seek suitable employment and housing. And whereas Family Promise of Lima Allen County opened its doors in 2008 and is one of over 180 affiliates in 41 states providing shelter, meals, and case management service for homeless families with children. And whereas Family Promise mobilizes over 160,000 volunteers and 6,000 congregations across the country. Locally, a group of 10 churches provide rooms for overnight shelter, and the services of over 500 volunteers have been utilized, and last year accounted for over 19,000 volunteer hours. And whereas Family Promise provided shelter and services to more than 50,000 people last year, and in our own community, over the last 5 years, Family Promise has provided shelter to 65 families. And whereas Family Promise is recognized as the leading volunteer-driven nonprofit providing services to homeless families. Now, therefore, I, David J. Berger, Mayor of the City of Lima, to hereby proclaim the week of October 20th through 26th, 2013, as Family Promise Week in our community, in celebration of the 25th anniversary of Family Promise nationally and the 5th anniversary of Family Promise of Lima and Allen County. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed the seal of the City of Lima this day of October 2013. Congratulations, Chuck, and thanks for all that's done in Promise. Appreciate it. I believe that's all that we have for today. We'll break down for interviews, and we'll go from there. Thank you all for being here.